So, in anticipation of the year to come, me heading off to college, beginning a whole new living situation, and preparing to get bombarded by an enormous workload like that, which I have never encountered before, I wanted to talk to you guys about what I think the future might hold in store, bounce some ideas off of you, and hopefully listen to your feedback. And that being said, I think when I head off to college come mid-September, I can be expecting around a 40 to 50-hour-a-week workload, which is basically a full-time job and more being a student, and that includes attending lectures, discussion sections, studying, and basically doing all I need to do in order to be a successful student. And depending on how long you guys have been followers of mine, you may or may not know that I am a chemical engineering major, and that's kind of my passion, and I hope to pursue a career with it when I graduate college with either a bachelor's or master's degree. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go for a PhD, but I mean, that's too far in the future to really make any definitive statements about right now. And I mean, I may end up going into a career that doesn't even exist. As a speaker said at orientation, something like 50% of engineers will end up in 4 years going into a field which is non-existent at this moment due to ever-expanding new technologies, and I may end up doing something no one is doing at this moment in time, and it's kind of exciting, that uncertain feeling that I may be doing something that's just so new, so unexplored. It's pretty cool thinking about it. And that being said, I have to also balance all my schoolwork with trying to form somewhat of a social network, make friends, go to parties, and have a good time and enjoy the college experience as well. Because I can't be just cooped up in my dorm room 24/7 studying. And I mean, I think video games are going to have to kind of take a back seat as I get more into college. Because I don't know, with that social life and all the schoolwork combined, how much time I'm going to have to play video games. And obviously, I'm going to do my best to, whenever I have some free time and have nothing else to do, not that that's really going to be an issue, me never having anything to do, but still, I'll try to get on, record some gameplay on Black Ops and whatever is the in-game at the time, because I mean, I'm going to be there for 4 to 6 years probably, so it's going to be a lot more than Black Ops as time goes by. But still, I mean, as I said, I'm going to do my best to bring you guys gameplay commentaries as time goes by. But what I did want to ask is, if I find myself not having as much time as I used to do these things, which is virtually a guarantee that I'm going to have less time then than I do now, obviously during the summer, to make these gameplay videos, would you guys be interested in perhaps seeing some vlogs as a substitute to keep my upload rate sort of constant? And I know there are many commentators out there whose goal is simply to give you guys tips and tactics to make you guys better players. And that's a totally valid way to approach the whole gameplay commentary thing. But I find that, I mean, what I do is basically just ramble over me killing people on a video game. And it's kind of an ironic juxtaposition. It's two very contrasting things that don't seem to fit very well together, yet in their disparity comes great harmony, I guess, and you guys seem to enjoy it, and most people seem to enjoy it. So, I mean, hopefully it won't be too big of a difference between this and vlogs, as in I'll still be probably talking about the same sorts of things. It's just that instead I can whip out a camera at any time and just upload a bit of raw footage, and it doesn't take all that much work, and it should still be pretty enjoyable, and it'll allow me to keep the uploads going and have a good time, just with enjoyable videos. And so I wanted to ask you guys what you might think about that. Obviously, I'd have to go out and buy a camera, but that's not too big of a deal. It just needs to be high def and cheap, as in not like $2,000 or something crazy like that. But so if you're interested, or if you're not, feel free to share your ideas with me. I guess there are all these uncertainties about the future that I don't know about whether or not I'll have time, and even if I do have time, whether or not the dorm rooms, the internet situation in there will allow me during my freshman year to even play multiplayer video games. There's probably a way to work it out, even if they have the ports closed, because I think the ports for online multiplayer video gaming are the same ports some hackers could use to interfere with the school's computer system. So I think by default the school keeps them closed. but perhaps if I went into the tech department and talked to them and explained to them my situation, they would be sympathetic towards me and unlock the ports for my consoles. And I think there's also a login most schools have where you have to type in a username and password in order to get online on any computer. So that might be an obstacle as well. But if any of you out there have experience with how you game in a dorm, feel free to share it, because as of right now I'm pretty unsure, as you can tell, and I'd like to have some clarification on the topic. And I've heard in forums before that a lot of the times the people who work in the tech department at schools are gamers themselves, so they're always willing to help you out. In some situations, perhaps I'll be lucky and get one of those as well. We'll see. But anyway, this is all speculation again, keep that in mind. The whole thing about me not having any time to play video games once I'm in college, I don't know if that's true at all. I may have tons of time to study, hang out with other friends, and play, and I might have no problem bringing you guys just as many commentaries as I do now. But anyway, the X Games are on, and I am going to go watch me some Skate Big Air. But on that note, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.